Rapunzel from Tangled the Series has been released multiple times in doll form, but never with Eugene, as far as the classic 12-inch doll line is concerned. With the release of Rapunzel and Eugene Adventure Pack doll set, fans of the series now finally have the opportunity to own a doll of Eugene, the character famously known as Flynn Rider from Tangled the movie, as well as from his original name, Eugene Fitzherbert. This unboxing review coming right up. Greetings everyone, this is Collectibles Euphoria, your resource for in-depth details of your favorite dolls, collectibles, and action figures, so if you are new here, consider subscribing. Let us now proceed with the details all of you viewers came here for. Packaging involves a window display packaging with its box still incorporating purple as the main color motif. Since this product is not directly sold by the Disney Store, the box has a Disney Collection logo instead. Rapunzel and Pascal are both part of the concept art of the box, as well as the logo of the Disney Tangled The Series. It also reads Rapunzel and Eugene Adventure Pack. The side panels as well as the top area continue with Rapunzel's hair design basically used as a border. The back of the box has a Disney Channel's logo on the upper right corner, and it also displays Rapunzel's royal bedroom decorated beautifully using the floating lanterns on the ceiling, her sun insignia displayed in the bed, and with Rapunzel carrying her thick long hair as well as Pascal. This doll retailed at $30 and is now available both stores and online at JCPenney. Let's go ahead and get them out of the box. Once pulled out from its packaging, it reveals our long-haired golden princess together with Eugene. From here, you can see how long the hair is while tied onto the background box. Rapunzel is displayed slightly elevated from the floor of the box to give an impression of exchanging eye contact with Eugene, since Rapunzel is fairly shorter than him. Now let's get both of them completely out of the background box. The backdrop reveals the castle of Corona and the town surrounding it, but is captured in a different scenic area, with now being displayed under the shade of a tree after crossing the bridge, though still bearing the same purple motif on its box art. The backdrop is also brighter in color compared to the pastel color background displayed from previous Tangled the Series doll merchandise. Starting off with Rapunzel, this doll is basically no different from her predecessors, still bearing the same face mold, facial detailing, rooted hair, joint articulation, and Rapunzel's iconic purple dress as seen in the series. To avoid repeating details from my previous reviews, I will highlight its main difference from the previous doll releases to compare and contrast. If you are interested with the intricate details of this doll, I will post a link of my previous review on the description box below as well as in the screen. One notable difference this doll possesses is the thickness of her hair. Comparing it to the first official Rapunzel Tangled doll released by the Disney Store, you can definitely tell that the Disney Collection version is somehow thinner compared to the single-pack release. As far as the length is concerned, both of them generally have the same length and can be visualized in here in various display positions to be able to see the hair length, despite of the hair having multiple elastic ties on the Disney Collection Rapunzel version, while the Disney Store version bears no elastic ties. Now, comparing this Disney collection of Rapunzel versus the Disney Store Rapunzel and Maximus set, few striking differences includes the length of the hair, which is significantly longer in the Disney collection version, as well as having devoid of beaded scrunchies, which the Disney Store version possesses. It also bears no inner yellow thick cord in the middle of the ponytail, which allows the Disney Store version to be bent in multiple directions, as well as it doesn't possess the poofy style of each of the multiple ponytails. As far as the thickness is concerned, the Disney Store version appears to look thicker due to the poofy areas. However, it doesn't directly correlate to its accurate thickness, but my guess would be it will probably still be thicker than the Disney Collection version. Also standing with the Rapunzel version wearing her coronation outfit, the differences are still present but are of the same differences as mentioned earlier regarding the Rapunzel and Maximus version. Both of them are still considerably shorter in hair length compared to the Rapunzel's Disney Collection version. In terms of her purple outfit, the design is derived from the original single-pack doll with its main concept design still the same but of course in its simplified form. The outfit is actually the exact same outfit provided for the Rapunzel and Maximus set version, bearing no differences at all. I am surprised though that despite of it being the Disney Collection version, Rapunzel was provided here with the same doll articulation as the Disney Store version, which is not commonly seen if you are familiar with the Disney dolls sold at JCPenney. Most of the princess dolls released before basically have limited joint articulation, which is mostly observed with having absent elbow articulation. Surprisingly though, this new Disney Collection doll is worth the money due to having provided with the same joint articulation as the Disney Store version. One thing that I thought I failed to mention regarding the previous Rapunzel and Maximus set is that Rapunzel's neck articulation is now capable of bending the neck forward and backward, which was completely unattainable from the previous doll versions, which makes them always annoyingly looking up ahead. For this Disney Collection version, Rapunzel is also very much capable of doing the same neck motions, which I am very pleased since it bothers me not being able to bend Rapunzel's neck if desired. All the joint articulations of the shoulder, elbow, and hands are still the same. However, let me point out that I cannot say the same thing with the torso and the hip joints. The trunk has extensive limitation of motions in all directions, as opposed to the Disney Store version, which is capable of bending the trunk sideways in a good extent and rotating trunk completely in 360 degrees. As for the hips, the Disney Collection used a different point of articulation for their hip joints, making it scary to having Rapunzel complete a split, as opposed to the Disney Store version. If you look closely at their hip joints, the Disney Collection version used a bigger point of attachment for the hips, which causes the restricted motions, as opposed to the smaller hip connection used for the Disney Store version. However, knee motions are still double jointed, as well as it still bears the same ankle articulation. I am not sure though if it is factory defect, but I noticed my Disney Collection version has a crooked forearm on her right side as opposed to her left. Let me know in the comment section below if you own the doll and have the same issue. Rapunzel, by the way, would require a doll stand since it is difficult to have her stand on her own, though I am pretty sure it can be achieved. It is just difficult to perform. Now off to Eugene. He is portrayed exactly how he appears in the animated series from head to toe. I am pleased with the craftsmanship it entailed, since most of male dolls by Disney have a notorious impression of looking slightly different in doll form, based from observing other prince dolls released before. Eugene is spot on though, so I couldn't be any happier. Eugene stands at about 12 inches in height, as opposed to Rapunzel, who is only 10 inches in height. The sculpted and painted details of his brown hair are simple but nicely executed. The bangs and the ends of his hair are defined, capturing his appearance in the animated series. His eyebrows are brown and thick. His large circular brown eyes are side-glancing to the left. His nose is sculpted long and thin, as seen in the series, and he has a little bit of a smirk on his thinly framed lips. His goatee is sculpted and painted accurately as well, giving him his trademark looks. Eugene was provided with the velour tunic in shades of black and gray. It has visible stitching on the neckline and collar area, as well as the chest area. It has a short cap sleeves with the 3/4 white sleeves folded outwards with visible stitching details. He has a painted 3 irregularly curved lines on the left side of the tunic. Eugene also has a plastic silver buckle in a faux leather belt which wraps around his waist. He also has a black fabric waist pack with visible stitching but has no real pocket inside. The waist pack wraps around in the front but ends on each side of the torso. His tunic is one piece and can be opened on the back by separating the Velcro pieces together. You can see a tissue packaging wrapped around the torso, which at first confused me regarding its relevance, but after seeing the stains the fabric left on Eugene's shoulder area, this tissue is necessary. However, I wish they have done something about the fabric on the collar too, since it left a stain on the right side of his cheek from how his head is positioned inside the box. Eugene has a beige denim pants to complement his look with below-the-knee boots. The pants can be removed by separating the Velcro pieces on the back, which reveals his light brown underwear. I love the structural design of the boots, as well as its two-tone color design, which is nicely executed. The back of the boots has a long slit for donning and doffing of the boots. However, I must warn you that it did make it really easier to remove the boots, since Eugene's ankle articulation now impedes with easy donning and doffing. It felt like I was breaking the lower leg and foot apart while attempting to doff his boots from him, so practice caution when trying to do so. For his joint articulation, he is capable of performing neck rotation but has no neck bends. He can rotate his shoulder 360 degrees, can lift his arm sideways up to 90 degrees, but needs to be rotated in order to complete a full 180 degrees. His elbows have a weird structure. It has a concave socket that allows him to bend his elbows about 45 degrees in both directions, which looks awkward, making him appear as if he dislocated his elbow or fractured it. The only good thing about the structural design of the elbow is that it allows him to wrap his arms around Rapunzel, which is not possible with Rapunzel's elbow articulation. He is capable of bending his wrist up and down, can rotate it 360 degrees, and has a slight wrist sideways swings. His torso is also provided with articulation as Rapunzel, capable of limited ab crunch, lateral bends, and rotation to a certain degree. His hips are difficult to move as well, due to the same design for the hip joint used with Rapunzel, exhibiting difficulty with swinging his hips forward and backward, and has very limited side swing. He was also provided with a double-jointed knee, which is fairly new for male dolls, since most of them have absent knee motions. As mentioned earlier, he has ankle articulation allowing ankle pumps and complete rotation. However, I felt that this is really unnecessary for his design since his shoe doesn't allow any movements at all when worn, so having boots with no articulation allowed defeats the purpose of having ankle articulation. It also just causes problems during safe doffing of shoes more than the donning itself. Rapunzel and Eugene Adventure Pack has its own highs and lows in terms of Rapunzel's simplified hairstyle and outfit, as well as the hip motion problems of both dolls. However, whatever it lacks on those qualities make up for its amazing accurate facial representation and details of Rapunzel and Eugene, as well as the attempt to at least give both of the dolls more articulated motions, particularly with Eugene. Having Eugene in the set is already a must-have for me since he is one of the main characters which I don't previously owned in his 12-inch version. This set will be particularly beneficial for individuals who have not owned a single Rapunzel doll and wanted a Eugene doll at the same time. As for me, Rapunzel version of this set is not something I would want to own anymore since her outfit is the exact dress as the Rapunzel and Maximus set, and her overall details are pretty much the same as the previous releases. I still have to get this set though due to Eugene. This Rapunzel and Eugene Adventure Pack is a must-have for Tangled the Series fans, Disney fans, and doll enthusiasts alike. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more doll, collectibles, and action figure reviews. Feel free to leave a comment down below regarding this Rapunzel and Eugene Adventure Pack based from the animated series. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr as I post news and updates regarding upcoming toys, collectibles, and action figures. Thanks for watching. Bye!